Good morning. We're just going to give folks a moment to clear the waiting room. As a reminder, when you are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are speaking before the board. You have just another moment to make sure folks have cleared the waiting room and have connected to audio. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023. Today's hearing is being held pursuant to temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I will introduce Chairwoman Kathleen Joyce.
Thank you, Danny. My name is Kathleen Joyce. I'm Chair of the Boston Licensing Board, and today I'm pleased to be joined by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Thank you. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly. I will call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. We will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chair and commissioners. Following the questions, there will be testimony beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. Begin with the first item on this morning's agenda, calling item number 1, Pinoy Kabayan LLC, doing business as Pinoy Kabayan Filipino Asian Cuisine, located at 71 to 73 Broad Street. Has applied for a common victualer's license to be exercised on the above, an L-shaped service area with hot and cold food on the long side, juice and smoothies on the short side, cooking behind the service counter, food prep and storage on the lower level. Manager Janeth Malaire, hours of operation 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Hi, good morning. My name is Janet, and I am the owner of the Filipino, the Pinoy Kabayan Filipino Asian Cuisine that will be opening hopefully soon in 71 Broad Street in Boston. And we propose that we all mostly are Filipino food, and the setup would be like the idea of taking to go, and I have a few seat chairs that is available, and we will serve some smoothie and bubble tea.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Any questions from the board? Chairwoman Joyce?
Thank you, Danny. Yes, I have a few questions for you, Janeth. How many seats will you have inside, and what is your plan for third-party delivery?
We have we kept the original, which is 16 sitting.
Okay.
That was previously from the previous owner. So the delivery will be early morning delivery.
I mean, do you plan? What's your plan for like Uber Eats and?
Uber Eats, as of now, we did not. I did not plan yet. Along with the what do you call this, the Clover, the credit card, because I need to set up how would be my initial few months first before I go with the way later on. As of now, we set it up as no deliveries yet.
Okay. Do you plan on having deliveries in the future once you get your credit card system set up? Okay. Yes. You'll have to submit a plan in writing to us about your third-party delivery. We want to make sure that Uber Eats and other drivers that are picking up here aren't interfering with traffic and parking in this area. So if you could submit in writing what the plan would be, BTD wants to take a look at it. And I want to take a look at it too as the board. These are very congested areas, and we're finding in other parts of the city where there's third-party delivery operators. They're double parking, they're live parking, they're running in to get food, and it's causing issues in certain parts of the city. So it's
Okay.
something you have to think through as you plan to add that delivery here.
Yeah, that's why we have to observe first. That's what I said. Yes, I have to observe it for the first 3 months.
Okay,
Goes, but if it's not because because of the parking, I am having trouble also coming in and out here. For the preparation of the opening is really hard to get into traffic. I mean to get into parking.
okay, so please keep in touch with the board about your
Yes,
plans
definitely.
moving forward with third-party delivery.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Commissioner Carmen, Commissioner Saxon, any questions for the applicant?
No questions for me. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm Sierra D'Amico with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. Applicant had completed a community process. There are no civic groups in this area, although we did have them flyer the whole area, in which we did not receive any opposition or concerns. And at this time, we'd like to defer to the board's judgment. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the Licensing Board. This is Vanessa Wu from Councillor Flynn's office. The councillor would like to ask for a deferral for this applicant as there needs to be more community engagement with the Wharf District Council. Thank you.
Is this in the Wharf District?
Yes, I believe this is according to the Wharf District Council's own map. This location is in the Wharf District.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Calling item number 2, Clover Ventures LLC, doing business as Bostonia Public House, located at 131 State Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Jose Garcia to Nicholas Delamonte. Attorney John Cannell. Attorney Cannell.
Morning, Mr. Green. Good morning, Chairwoman Joyce and board members. My name is John Cannell, for the applicant from Upton, Connell, and Devlin. And hopefully we have Nicholas Delamonte here as well. There he is. Good morning. This is a application to change manager of record. Nicholas Delamonte has substantial 10 years worth of experience in the industry. He's a U.S. citizen. He's a Massachusetts resident. He's familiar with the rules and regulations relating to the provision of alcoholic beverages in Massachusetts. And we welcome any questions from Mr. Delamonte.
Thank you, Attorney Cannell. Mr. Delamonte, what is your experience in the food and beverage industry?
I have over 10 years of bartending experience, along with another 8 years of management experience in the restaurant industry.
Okay. And there's no other changes besides the manager of record?
That's correct.
All right, thank you. I don't have any questions at this time.
Thank you.
No questions for me. Thank you.
None for me either, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 3, Colin Management Inc., doing business as AC Hotel by Marriott South End, located at 225 Albany Street in Roxbury. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Vincent Sassone to Kimberly Tobias. Attorney John Aida. Attorney Aida.
Thank you, Attorney Green. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. John Aida, McDermott Coulton Miller, 28 State Street in Boston, on behalf of the licensee. Joining me is Kimberly Tobias. Kim is the proposed manager of record. She's also vice president of operations for Coleman Hotels. Kim has 30 years experience in the hospitality industry. She's been a previously approved manager of record in another municipality. Kim is a United States citizen, a Massachusetts resident, and she is familiar with the rules and regulations of the board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as it pertains to the sale and service of alcohol. Kim joins us as well if you have any specific questions for her, and this is the only change we're requesting.
Thank you, Attorney Ayeta. Thank you, Kim, for joining us. I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon?
No questions for me. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Or we'll take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 4, Food Fiesta Group LLC, doing business as Casa Bonita Mexican Grill, located at 1033 Massachusetts Ave in Roxbury. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to provide bottle service on their licensed premise. Attorney Jen Allen. Attorney Allen.
Good morning, Mr. Green, Chair, Madam Joyce, and members of the board. Jennifer Allen on behalf of Food Fiesta Group LLC, DBA Casa Bonita Mexican Restaurant in this request. Felipe Duran, who is the owner and manager, is also logged in here. So Mr. Duran has been in business with this restaurant for approximately a year at this location, but he's also been running his other restaurant, Giari Tambora, for over 15 years successfully. He has received numerous requests from patrons and customers asking about the bottle service, which is why we're here today. We have already submitted a security and operations plan with the bottle service application. He has never applied for bottle service before. In the security plan, there will be a limited number of tables, limited at 7 in the restaurant, and they will have bottle service and 2 waiters or waitresses that will be specifically assigned to those tables to ensure that the bottles are constantly monitored and to ensure that the patrons do not have any free pour access to them. Each of those bottles as well will have a bottle lock, and only that waiter or waitress will have the key to that lock. Mr. Duran has also contracted with Royal Investment Group that also provides security services, which at this restaurant, he has them contracted Friday through Monday. Although ONS did not require any abutters meetings for this, my client had still completed outreach, which I submitted at the beginning of the week as well. So if you have any other questions, we're happy to answer them.
Thank you, Attorney Allen. Thank you for submitting the security plan. And it looks good on paper, but in practice, can you just elaborate what it means to have the bottle locked with the key? Does that mean the waitress or waiter assigned to that bottle will leave the bottle in the middle and like walk away with the key? I'm not exactly sure. If you could just kind of elaborate on that.
Yep, and I will let Mr. Duran elaborate on it. The understanding was it would be at the table. I do have some pictures, which I don't think I had submitted, but I have pictures of the actual bottle lock, how it goes on the bottle as well, and the use of it. And then that waiter or waitress would have a key.
Okay, and then with the wait staff assigned to those tables, does that mean you're reconfiguring current staffing model inside, or are you adding staff just to address this new amenity on your license?
He's adding staff for those nights that they're having the bottle service specifically for those tables. Yes.
Okay. Okay, is he here?
Yep, he is logged in.
I don't know if he wants to add anything, but at the very least, could you submit those pictures just so we can take a look at them of the bottle?
I will definitely send those over, and he is logged in.
Okay. Is there anything he'd like to add?
Felipe, is there anything you want to add to that? Speak if you want to add that now.
Just ask him to unmute in case there is anything Mr. Duran wants to add.
I just wanted to give him an opportunity. I don't have any questions at this time, but Mr. Duran, if you have anything you want to add, otherwise I'll turn it over to Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon to see if they have any questions about this application.
Good morning, everyone. Not really. We just trying to do what customer asking for. They've been asking for bottle service for a while, but we just want to add what they're asking for. We wasn't really interested in the past, but they've been asking for it, and we're trying to go for it to see if we can, certify our customer, because these days customers are too hard to get. People doesn't want to go to the restaurant and sit down for a while, and that's why we're trying to do this barter service for them.
Okay. Commissioner Curran, do you have any questions, or Commissioner Saxon?
I don't have any questions at this time. Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office likes to defer to the judgment of this board. As you heard from Jennifer Allen, we did not require an abutters meeting here for this proposal. Previously, we had run a community process when the applicant had applied for a live entertainment license, where abutters were flyered and contacted, and there was no concerns raised. It's in a very non-residential area, and the applicant has been in contact with the DSNI. So with that, we defer to the board at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you. Calling item number 5, Guira and Tambora LLC, doing business as Guira and Tambora, located at 4014 Washington Street in Roslindale. Holder of a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to provide bottle service on their licensed premise. Attorney Jen Allen again. Attorney Allen.
Thank you again. And again, on behalf of Gary and Taborda for the bottle service, Felipe Duran is also logged in for this one as well. Regarding this license, this is the restaurant that Mr. Duran has been in business for over the 15 years. We have submitted another security and operations plan with this application, and he seeks this approval for convenience for patrons, as well as to reduce costs to the patrons, again, with additional requests. He has never applied for bottle service for this restaurant as well, which has been operating for over 15 years with no issues. For this restaurant, the security plan will be a limit of 10 tables in the restaurant. And that bottle service will have 3 waiters or waitresses specifically assigned to those tables to monitor the tables, again, to assure patrons do not have any free pour access. After we're done with the meeting, I will scan all of those pictures and provide them to you. Again, the waiter or waitress will only have access with the key. Mr. Duran has contracted with Royal Investment Group to provide the security plans for here for any events that he's going to be hosting, live bands, anything on weekends that may attract larger crowds. And again, we had reached out and ONS did not require the abutters meeting here as well. And I had also sent in letters of support for this one as well, if you have any questions.
Thank you very much. We did receive letters of support and 1 letter of opposition, which we will review. I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon?
No questions. Thank you.
None for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office likes to defer to the judgment of this board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 6, Osnamak Inc., doing business as Centerfolds, located at 12 to 18 LaGrange Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned for a change of officers, directors, LLC managers, and secondly has petitioned for a change in ownership interest. Attorney John Cannell. Attorney Cannell.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Good morning again, Chairwoman Joyce and board members. John P. Connell from Upton, Connell and Devlin for the applicant. This is an application to change ownership and officers and directors. Very briefly, Jeffrey Horowitz was the 50% owner of the corporation. He passed away in 2010. It only came to light last year that this change in ownership was never filed for, so we're here today. Basically, Jeffrey Horowitz had 1 child, Joshua Horowitz, who took all the shares, and we're substituting Joshua for Jeffrey. both as 50% shareholder and as an officer and director. Mr. Horowitz is available on the screen, and there's no other changes to ownership or operations.
Thank you, Attorney Cannell. Thank you for joining us today. And I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon?
No questions for me. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 7, the Neiman Marcus Group LLC, doing business as Neiman Marcus, located at 5 Copley Place. Holder of a common victular 70 wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license, has petitioned to change the license type from a Section 12 restaurant to a Section 12 general on premise. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Tyler Hensler here from Upton, Connell, and Devlin. Thank you, Attorney Green. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here for a change of license type application for Neiman Marcus, located at 5 Copley Place, Boston. We were here a short while ago for the original transfer of license application, which the board approved. The plan we presented then was to have 2 capsule bars on 2 separate floors of the store, which would serve alcohol and offer pre-prepared food such as snacks, cookies, chips to the shoppers, and prepare no food on premise accordingly. Per the board's suggestion, we are here to apply for a change of license type from Section 12 restaurant to Section 12 general on premise to reflect the plan to not prepare food on premise. We're not applying for any other changes from the previously approved plan, and there'll be no changes to any aspect of the license premise, the operation, just a change of license type to reflect that we are not preparing food. So I'm happy to answer any questions, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for joining us today. I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioner Curran, Commissioner Saxon?
No questions for me. Thank you.
No questions, thanks.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. Our office had the applicant's flyer butters within 300 feet. We did not receive any feedback and we're unaware of any concerns at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter?
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the licensing board. Vanessa Wu from Councillor Flynn's office. Councillor Flynn would like to go on record in support of this project. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 8, Hard Rock Cafe International, STP Inc., doing business as the Hard Rock Cafe, located at 20 Clinton Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to Bar Taco Fenway LLC, doing business as Bar Taco, located at 100 Van Ness Street, Suite 106. Premise consists of in one large room on ground floor, comprised of dining area with bar, storage, and office space, with kitchen and bathrooms in rear, 2,948 square feet, together with a seasonal April to November outdoor patio on private property with 20 seats. Indoor closing hour 2 a.m., outdoor closing hour 11 p.m. McKenna Smith, manager, attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Good morning, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Dennis Quilty, attorney representing the transferee, Bar Taco Fenway LLC. With me this morning, Levi Martin and Kelsey Nees from representing the LLC, as well as the proposed manager of record, McKenna Smith. Good morning. We are seeking the transfer of this existing license to the new location in the Fenway. This is an established business in the Fort Point neighborhood. Bar Taco has been in the Fort Point neighborhood for, I don't know, approximately 7 or 8 years, I believe.
Correct.
Beautifully designed restaurant, highly supported in the neighborhood, and we hope to do the same here in the Fenway location. The applicant has conducted a Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services abutters meeting on April 5th. We've also had extensive communication back and forth with the Fenway Civic Association. We're unaware of any objections to the application as we are here before you, and we hope this will be a fine addition to the Fenway neighborhood. And again, Ms. McKenna is here this morning. She's a Mass resident, a U.S. citizen, and has extensive experience in food and beverage, including tenure as a part of the management staff at the Bartaco location in the 4 Point neighborhood. And we are happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Quilty. I don't see Ms. Smith on the call. I just might not see her.
It shows up as Kenna Smith. McKenna, can you just come on screen here and unmute yourself?
Yes, hi.
Oh,
There she is.
hi, thank you for joining us. I just want to, for the record, ask you the final question. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of this board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth as they
Yes.
pertain to the sale and service of alcohol? Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Attorney Quilty, is there any plan in place here for third-party delivery?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Is there a plan in place for third-party delivery, Uber Eats?
Levi, can you answer that one?
We never open with third-party delivery. We like to see how the business is establishing itself early on. In general, we do allow third-party delivery. It is a very small component of our business, around 5% tops. But the answer to your question is yes, at some point we would seek to include third-party delivery.
Okay, and I want to just ask if you would notify the board when you're planning on that. We would just like to talk through the traffic plan. BTD is taking a close look at these. This is a neighborhood that is having some issues with these third-party delivery operators, double parking, causing traffic congestion. And we would just like to be aware as these things are coming online, see if there's ways we can help improve the operations.
Sure, absolutely.
Certainly do that.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any questions, Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon, do you?
Nothing additional for me. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would like to defer to the judgment of this board. As you heard from the applicant's representation, our office held an abutters meeting where no concerns were raised by abutters. The applicant then went on to meet with the Fenway Civic Association, which voted to oppose the proposal, citing concerns with outdoor broadcasting and the 2 a.m. closing time, as well as concerns that alcohol would be served on the outdoor patio without food. Beyond that, though, we're unaware of any further concerns. We defer to the board at this time. Thank you.
Madam Chair, can I just be heard for a moment on that topic?
Yeah.
We had extensive communications with the Fenway Civic Association, and I must tell you, this is the first moment I've heard that they are opposing this application. I have a stack of emails back and forth where they raised questions, we answered the questions, and that's the last we heard of them. There are multiple other fine dining establishments in this neighborhood with 2 a.m. licenses.
I can name
We've asked
three
for 11.
right now. Yep, I can name three. I can name three with 2 a.m. licenses, Tasty Burger, Wahlburgers, and Yard House. And
Yeah.
for the record, we don't put a condition on licenses that you have to have food with alcohol.
Understood.
So, I will think about those things, but that isn't something that this board has put on as a condition since the past administration. So,
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah.
Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
And calling item number 9, LLH LLC, doing business as Trader Joe's, located at 500 Boylston Street, has applied for a retail package store all alcoholic beverages license to be exercised on the above. 500 Boylston Street is comprised of 16,512 square feet of retail space on one floor, consisting of 3 entrances and exits. Manager Matthew Kosiak, closing time 9 p.m. Attorney Andrew Upton. Attorney Upton.
Good morning, everyone. Andrew Upton for LLH LLC, which is doing business as Trader Joe's. With me is Matt Kosiak, proposed manager of record. We are proposing a brand new full-size 16,000 square foot Trader Joe's. The character and fitness of this applicant is established. They are a licensee in Alston and 7 other locations in Massachusetts where they have no violations. They are a popular in-demand anchor at numerous shopping plazas. Matt is an experienced manager who meets the criteria. He's currently approved by the Boston Board and the ABCC, and he's the manager of record in Alston. And he's been working for Trader Joe's for almost 15 years. Trader Joe's has in-house training for alcohol service for all customer-facing associates. That training is comparable to tips or ServSafe. Trader Joe's has security cameras that they share with police if necessary. And Trader Joe's typically has about 30% more staff than comparable supermarkets because of their customer-focused mentality, but that also helps monitor both ID checking and any problems with alcohol. We believe the public need for a license at this location is clear. We had successful meetings with ONS and NAB, Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay, and there was no opposition. This store is proposed as an anchor tenant at 500 Boylston, where there are numerous empty retail spots. Trader Joe's is known for a unique selection of proprietary brands in both food and alcohol. So they feature many products that you cannot get any place else. There is a mini Trader Joe's at 899 Boylston. Over the years, many customers have asked when and if they will serve alcohol. And now, a mere 4 blocks away, we are hoping to be able to do that. This is a non-residential area. This is not in the Back Bay Architectural District. And Trader Joe's is very excited about this project, and we're glad to answer any questions.
Thank you, Attorney Upton. And since he is already an approved manager of record by this board, I am not going to go through the questions again. I'm going to turn it to Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon to see if they have any questions.
No questions. Thank you.
None for me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. At this time, the Mayor's Office would defer to the judgment of this board. As you heard from the applicant's representation, our office held an abutters meeting, and we're unaware of any concerns at this time. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair and members of the licensing board. Vanessa from Councilor Flynn's office. Councilor Flynn would like to go on record in support of this project. The project had a good community process with no neighborhood opposition. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Those are all of the items before the board this morning that will adjourn today's hearing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.